We have established that stability feels safe, but quietly caps growth. The next question is why effort eventually stops producing results. Most people respond to plateaus by working harder or staying busier. That response feels logical because effort worked earlier. However, effort has diminishing returns once systems reach natural limits and complexity increases beyond personal capacity. Early success is usually effort-driven. You learn a skill, apply it consistently, and see progress. At that stage, effort and outcome feel tightly connected. As volume increases, that relationship changes. More effort produces smaller gains, while coordination and decision overhead increase. Effort stops being the solution and becomes the bottleneck slowing further progress. Effort fails because it scales linearly, while problems scale faster. Each additional task adds communication, switching, and tracking costs. The work itself may remain simple, but managing the work becomes heavy. Without structure, effort turns into constant context switching, which drains energy and reduces overall effectiveness even when motivation remains high. This explains why disciplined people burn out despite doing everything right. They show up, follow through, and stay consistent. But consistency cannot compensate for structural limits. When effort is the primary growth lever, progress eventually slows regardless of skill or work ethic. Burnout is often a signal that systems are missing, not that commitment is lacking. Systems exist to replace repeated effort with repeatable execution. A system captures decisions, sequences, and standards so results do not depend on constant judgment. Instead of deciding what to do each time, the system already knows. This reduces cognitive load and allows output to increase without requiring proportional increases in attention or daily involvement. Effort-based income depends on presence. System-based income depends on design. Presence requires availability and responsiveness. Design requires foresight and patience. This difference explains why systems feel slower initially. You are building capacity rather than chasing immediate output. Once capacity exists, effort becomes optional instead of mandatory for continued results. Many people avoid systems because they feel abstract. Effort feels tangible and visible. You can see yourself working. Systems operate quietly, so progress feels invisible at first. This invisibility causes people to abandon systems too early and return to effort, reinforcing the belief that systems do not work when they were never given time to mature. Effort works until complexity outpaces it. Systems are designed specifically for complexity. They standardize actions, reduce variation, and create predictable flow. Where effort reacts, systems anticipate. Where effort exhausts, systems absorb. Growth requires anticipation rather than reaction because reacting to complexity always arrives too late to protect capacity. Another reason effort fails is decision fatigue. When every outcome requires judgment, quality declines over time. Systems remove decisions by defining defaults. Defaults protect consistency even when energy is low. This is why well-designed systems outperform motivated individuals over long periods. Motivation fluctuates, but defaults continue producing steady outcomes. Effort also concentrates risk. If you are the engine, the system fails when you fail. Systems distribute risk by separating roles, steps, and responsibilities. Even simple systems reduce fragility by ensuring that no single interruption stops everything. Distribution is not about scale yet. It is about survivability before growth accelerates. Effort does not become useless. Its role changes. Instead of fueling daily output, effort fuels system improvement. You work on the system rather than inside it. This shift turns effort into an investment rather than a recurring cost. Each improvement compounds because it reduces future effort while increasing future capacity. Effort-driven people often feel guilty resting because output stops when they stop. System-driven people plan rest because the system continues operating. This psychological shift matters. When rest is possible without loss, thinking improves. Better thinking leads to better design. and better design strengthens systems further. The transition from effort to systems feels uncomfortable because output may dip temporarily. That dip scares people back into effort mode. Understanding this transition prevents panic. A temporary slowdown is not failure. It is the cost of upgrading capacity. Systems reward patience, while effort rewards urgency, which is why many people retreat too early. Effort responds to demand. Systems shape demand. When demand is shaped, growth becomes intentional instead of reactive. You choose how much to accept and where pressure is absorbed. This control is impossible when effort is the primary lever. Systems give you leverage over volume, pace, and sustainability simultaneously. Systems also create consistency across time. Effort fluctuates with mood, health, and circumstances. Systems do not. This consistency compounds trust with audiences, clients, and partners. Trust accelerates growth more reliably than intensity ever could. Over time, reliability built by systems outperforms bursts of effort fueled by urgency. This is why sustainable growth looks calm from the outside. The chaos has been engineered out. What appears effortless is usually the result of many deliberate design decisions made earlier. Calm is not laziness. It is evidence of structural maturity. Systems replace stress with predictability and allow focus to shift from survival to direction. Recognizing when effort stops working is a critical milestone. It signals readiness for the next phase. Clinging to effort beyond this point creates frustration. Shifting to systems creates leverage. Leverage allows income to grow without consuming life. This transition marks the move from self-reliance toward structural advantage. In the next episode, we will identify the first system most people should build when effort hits its ceiling. It is not complicated, but it must be intentional. Once that system exists, effort regains value because it is no longer carrying the entire load. Systems do not eliminate effort. They finally make it count.